My name is Osuchukwu Makanthony or Makanthony Osuchukwu. Obumneme is my Igbo name. I'm an Igbo man from Abia State. My dad is from Abia, my mom is from Nnewi. And I am Anambra and Abia. I was born sometime in history. I've lived 2 decades plus on earth. So I write, I critique, and I blog too. For my blog, I'm in a long distance relationship with my blog. I don't really have time for her. Anytime I'm not doing anything, I pack my bag from anywhere and I to my mother's house. That's the way I relax actually, because I have a very long and beautiful history with my mom. So anywhere I am and I have the slightest, let's say 2 days or 3 days, I live on each straight. Rather than chill with her and know what's happening in the house. That's my way of escape. Wait, I don't understand. My own sexuality has been... Anyway, I don't know. People are entitled to their own opinions, as I am entitled to mine. But I don't know anything about my sexuality. I just know what I like, I know what I want, and I go for it. Bottom line. And what I like and what I do is nobody's business. I mean, and what any other person is doing is not my business. Anything that has to do with sex, sexuality, and what you do behind closed doors should not really bother people outside or people standing on the sidelines of your life. It's really up to you. I don't know. If I'm gay, I can't tell you. You arrest me, you call the police for me. You might be a homophobe. If I'm straight and you're gay, you might see me as a homophobe. You know? And I don't see any reason for this question. If I'm gay, I'm gay. Or if I'm straight, I'm straight. If you want to know who I am, come to my house. Simple. Who determines what is natural and what is not natural? Who does? And please don't ask me any question about gay. You ask me about something. Yes. It's open me. If you ask anything about gay again, I break your camera for you and walk out. Let me try to sound intellectual. The problem is not really the problem, but our reaction towards the problem. First things first, Nigerians, we are stupid. I've been in Nigeria since I was born, like that. Nigerians, we don't have sense. We are easily swayed by small things. Our own is just to come on social media, speak long grammar. Like Mohammed, get 400 likes, get 20 shares, go back to our house, sleep hungry, sleep broke, sleep frustrated, nothing. Sometimes I wake up thinking, oh my, like, is Nigeria God's plan for me? It's not as if I'm not content, but who is content with stupidity? I can't be content with Nigeria. Frustration from every angle. Our educational system is a dustbin. Every institution in Nigeria is just a sham. They have problem. Just look at the president's cabinet. Look at the men that are there. My grandfather's age mates. Papa comes to want something the other day, and our sports minister opened his and said we didn't expect them to win. Like, who says that? And they collect salary. The police people that are even following them, are they not ashamed of themselves? About the solution, Nigeria's solution. That one is simultaneous equation. But I think if what happened in Ghana should happen, I think that will make sense. Or better still, we sell Nigeria and use the money and go and buy on that country somewhere, you know. I have to drink water before I answer this question because I have plenty while I'm there. Now, my problem with Nigerian musicians, Nigeria is scattered, Nigeria is noisy. Then people like Leo Kesh come with extra noise. Is it because I love? Who are you loving, Leo Kesh? What kind of noise is that? If I could, I mean, my problem is not because I don't understand Yoruba. I mean, I love Olamide's music. I used to love Tagrin's music. Like, they talk sense, you know.
But then there are other people that come with noise everywhere, making noise in a noisy country. Do you want Nigeria to catch fire? But me, I have my reservations actually about, you know, people will tell me that those kind of music, they have their place. The places like that are calm countries like the US, or they should go to all those countries and make noise for them. We have noise now. The noise in Lagos is enough to do us to the end of time. But then they enter studio and keep shouting. But the musicians that do it for me in Nigeria, Asha, Timida Polo, MI, and Brimo, Arambe Kuna, Simi, Faust the Bad Guy, you know, Two-Face. These people are people that I know that at least they have content in their music. They don't say nonsense, you know. You know, people that you listen to and you think about your life sometimes. You cry. I mean, emotions contort. But listening to you, you lose, you grow numb from noise. I don't like that.
Five years from now, it's 2020. That's how I see myself. But definitely, I won't be like this. I think I'll be better. I should be better than this. I mean, 5 years to my hustle. Even if my village people swear for me, nothing. 5 years, I will blow. I'll be a household name by then. If you're angry, no, don't do third mainland bridge. Just maybe kiss a person or something. But I'm just telling you the truth. 5 years from now, I think I should be big and have some money. Maybe plan to go and marry or something. Buy a house for my mother. You know, and spoil her with some good money. Yeah, a big shout out to Pencraft Media for this opportunity to speak Plentygram on camera. Thank you very much, and I look forward for subsequent sessions. And make sure you do subscribe. Click subscribe here or there, wherever it is, just click subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you all next time. Peace out.